Yo, what's good all my trader homies? Kevin here from Touchdown Trades, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my personal strategy for swing trading penny stock. I'm going to be breaking it down in a step-by-step beginner's guide detailing my entire strategy for swing trading these volatile penny stocks. This strategy is profitable and has made me a nice chunk of change over the years. Penny stocks have got a bad rap with movies such as The Wolf of Wall Street, Boiler Room, and all the gurus all over YouTube advertising outrageous claims haven't helped the penny stock world as well. But penny stocks do offer great opportunity and risk to reward if you know how to trade them properly. They're like a 1972 Corolla with a supercharged engine with 700 horsepower. They may be ugly, but if you know how to drive them, they can get you where you want to go super fast. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my strategy for swing trading these penny stocks. This strategy has been safeguarded by my personal security staff for the past 5 years. And today I'm going to be disclosing that strategy to you guys, and all I ask for in return is $1 million. All I ask for is for you to hit that like button and the subscription and notification bell as well, and I'm going to call it a deal. We're going to start with scanning, and I'm going to show you how I scan for these penny stocks and what free tool I use to find them. And then we're going to jump into the charts, and I'm going to share with you my strategy that I use to trade them. And I'll also be sharing free tools. Yes, that's right, free tools that I use to trade these penny stocks every single day. All right, without any further ado, let's jump into the charts and get this penny stock party started. All right, traders, so the first step in the process is to actually find the stocks. So I use a free tool called finviz.com. It is a stock screening or scanning tool, and it's absolutely free. It's great. They do offer a paid subscription that gives you real-time data and more scanning filters. It's not necessary, but it is good. I do use the premium version. I've left a link in the bio for Finviz, so under the swing trading scanner. So if you want to check it out, hit that link. So I'm going to show you the scans that I use to find these stocks. First step is going to be up here. You're going to hit this screener button. Screener. All right, so now we have to enter the criteria that we want to use to scan for our stocks. I need from my scan is to find me stocks that are trading a certain amount of volume. Okay, we don't want to be trading low volume, low liquidity names because we want to be able to enter and exit with ease. We don't want to get stuck in any kind of crazy penny stock and not be able to get out when we want to get out. So we're going to find the volume, not current volume. We want average volume. Over here, we're going to hit average volume. And I like to do at least over 500,000 shares a day. It's pretty safe that you're going to be able to get in and out. All right, the next criteria we want to plug in is going to be price. We want the price to be $1 to $10. That way, that's actually going to be one of the criteria that they make you pay for. So we won't do that one. We will do under $10 as our criteria. And then we will use the float here. We want it to be under 100 million. So that way we're not trading any huge. We're looking for these stocks to be able to make moves. And a big float kind of inhibits that from being able to happen. But we don't want to be trading these micro floats that trade just 50,000 shares a day of average volume. We want a real company to trade, but we also want the volatility that's offered in penny stocks. So that kind of 100 million is kind of the sweet spot. So the next we need is performance. All right, so we're going to go up here to performance. And the first performance we want is up plus 20% on the month. Performance 2 right here. We want down, week, down 10%. Okay, so what we're looking for are stocks that are up on the month, they're strong, and they're pulling back a little bit. And our last criteria is going to be short interest. All right, so what I did to find it is I hit the all button right here, and we're going to go to float short over here. And we are going to go to over 15%. And what that's going to do is it is showing us companies that are highly shorted, they're strong, they're up 20% on the month, but they're pulling back a little bit. So we have an opportunity for a short squeeze, and we can buy the pullback and join trend. So we only got 2 results on this. So let's check them out. We got this MITT and we got this WLL. So let's go to the Thinkorswim chart and check out those 2 tickers. We can adjust our criteria if we don't like the looks of these. So let's first look at this MITT. Let's look at a 1-year daily chart. Okay, so what we have here is the sell-off, and then you get the ramp up. This looks more like, to me, like it's been day traded and it's just coming back to where it started. That doesn't look like a clean pullback to me. And the WLL is an oil company, I know that. So this was the oil sell-off, and then when it started to pop back up, all the smaller oil companies went nuts. So I'm not in love with our first results. Let's go back into the scanner and make some adjustments and see what we can find. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to quarter. I'm going to change the month up 20% to quarter up 30%. And the week down 10%. And I'm also going to change the short interest to over 10%, and that's going to give us a few more results. And what's great about FinViz is you can just kind of hover your mouse over the ticker and look at a quick little thumbnail chart. See, I like the looks of these a lot better, especially this FNKO. I like the looks of that. We'll break that down in Thinkorswim. Not so much this JAKK because it's too cheap. I don't like trading anything under $1. I like this OSW and the WTI, so it's all right, but it's another oil company. But we'll check out this FNKO first. So let's check out FNKO. So you get this is a 1-year, 1-day chart. So we're getting a big sell-off from highs. And what I like to do is I like to break down the chart. Once I pull it up, I like to break out my drawing stuff, and I just like to break it down with the trend lines, and that just helps me to analyze if there's a trade here or not. Alright guys, so I got the daily chart broken down, and what next I do is I drill down into a faster time frame. Here we have a 4-hour chart, and it's looking pretty similar to the daily. So now let's break it down to an hourly. Alright, so now we have something to work off of here. So this trend line on the hourly chart, it's respected it over here, and it ramped up, and now it's pulling back, testing it again, and so far it's held it. So we do have a valid trade here. This FNKO, I'm interested in trading it next week personally. So what I'm looking for is this trend line to hold on the hourly chart. And my first take profit would be up above this 640 or so would be my first, actually 650. I would take my first, and my second would be above this, and you could hold a piece for the highs. I probably wouldn't. I like to scale out on the way up and be out before everybody else is getting in. So what this does is you have a great risk to reward here. You're risking only 25-30 cents or so in order to make close to $1 on your final take. That is an excellent example of what the scanners can do and what you can find if you drill down and really look at these scans. This is a highly shorted ticker that's been beaten down, and it's finally kind of based out, and it's found an upward trend where we are pulling back, but that gives us an opportunity to buy. If it's not a pullback and it's a sell-off, we get out. We find our risk and we get out at our stop. We respect our stop. But what this does is it gives us an opportunity to buy a strong stock that's underpriced, that if it does come back up, we have opportunity for a huge risk to reward trade. The second one that I liked was this OSW. So let's break it down. Let's pull up the daily chart and start breaking down the trend lines. See what we got to work with here. All right, let's break it down to the 4-hour. I always start with the higher time frames, work my way back, and then we can drill down into the faster time frames. 15 minute, 5-day, 15 minute. Okay, so what we got here is the daily chart. You can see we have another huge sell-off. Everybody's short, and then we're starting to get the rebound. And these shorts in this area, between these two trend lines, they're still trapped. And if, say you get short on this bounce, looking for the roll back down through 255, and it never happens, and then you get this huge spike, you're trapped. Okay, so in all the shorts, getting short in this area, looking for the roll back down, are also trapped. So what we have here is a classic short trap squeeze, and what we would need to see for a trade is this $5 level to hold. Okay, so I also like this OSW for a trade next week as well. So I'll be looking for any pullbacks towards 5 to get long into, and if we have a daily close under 5, that will be my cue to get out and take the loss. But I would be looking for my first take profit up near 7 and my second up near 8, and I'd probably hold a piece for 9. I actually like this OSW better than the first one. This is my favorite from that scan. And how I find my entries is I drill down into like a 5-day, 5-minute chart, and I have the entry planned out. So for example, I want to get in closer towards 5. So any pullbacks down towards 5, I'd be buying on the 5-minute chart. And then with my exits, I'm going to be trading on the 1-hour chart with these swing trades. So that took us about 10-15 minutes, and we found 2 valid trade setups that offer at least 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. So it's not hard to find winning penny stock swing trades that are not extremely risky, right? So I hope this taught you guys something. If you got anything from it, please hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.